Mema mwakwaba na masanso amamu ajo ediaba off kasamfoina yibutu Taifa Johnson enkrakro kesiemu wei eyensema ehuhia ni aboaboa no omanga na mu edi adwentwetwie ewa ye bro no so mantamu ani kromu ahodo na mosomfo na akwasi amofa medimu ensam no eba bebo se off enumre KASE3BO yensemi ene yebehwe ensema ekoso ewo Ghana na nina no eye Africa mabunu yebehye amanyosem akwahosan sikasem bambo galamsey adwenyini ni anigidi adwuma mpatamu ehonkoso ne nsam fofropia asa oman no enkomomu ena mede ebro yensem etwagu ewo Facebook off TV sanso na YouTube ehon off TV afi uko Google Play Store ya app kama dahwa obetimi do nsabo so a download to the about mobile phone e crown so baby a wo nam no odo nsabo so a na wo hweye uhia TV ana decoder biada we finest tap international ene krami mu a ena nwumre medi ensemi eba bebo na yenhwa yensem no ne eba bedi mu akotire no ebi Omampani John Dramani Mahama Africa kanifo se wonfa kwa hosan bose entimi mfanye adwuma epa Sansu na national security achi obi a wosusu se waya galamsey wa agenda 111 ayaresabia no ehu Sansu na nkomo etumi aba wa national service allowance yetumi atisika ye sister Ghana city efri emuno enso ehu Sansu ena emranimfo ekiremu se Chama wuntumi besansu etumi afa emranimfo foforo wabra omoko apinu enso emu Sansu ne bebawramu ewo mrase bedwafie mene wu kasei enkomatumi aba wo free SHS ho a aban no eje besia etumi ede ase free SHS mu no eho wei ene nsam afoforo bi ma ekeka ho ena meda me hutew akwaba afi sima beye duasia de anim yi meba na me de nsam nim nyina nkyeremo etumi aba bebo Yes, and then you may in some yasi was summer, efa Africa, a mino aqua hosan and home. Omampani John Dramani Mahama, Efri Nano, Africa, a mine a canny for. Sir, a bread you said. One on see more oil no, and yakasaka canemum. As I said, boss Sani Jinaya, or more Siano, what me a African Union as traditionally held summit no, a to my daddy. Ewe jumemu ne tumi buama Africa for abrabo etumi akoso omampani no kase enfie pinie na Africa man eye nsiemu ewa kwa hosa ho nanso aman bebre eda so ehunu ohaw ewa yaresabia ahodo eho wose adokota ne ayalehwefo kakra bi ndruya eho eniema eniho ne sikasama eho esua okase ne Africa fo ahia ankasa aya yaresabia a eye adwuma Indro yebetimi ani bebre ewa Africa ha adogota na yarefo a ese edoso ne akwanwosan wonsese ya ebema obiada atumi anya ayaresapa omampani Mahama kabio se yare atoya ahodo ewa wiase no atumi ahia ama Africa yatumi hu se akwanwosan sese ya na ha no esapa echase yatumi pajamu ema na ekosoro enti ese Africa man bom eya adwuma afi ye chenim de Yes, ensusemu den ni eye ndroni vaccines Africa ahase no mo na timi amakwa ho sanse seye no atumi ayaden enu nti omampani Mahama Africa nifo se womma womo ehumodin na wontumi enhyiamu na bossa wotimi ese Africa fo nyina no entumi anya atuma na brabopa entumi emanfa ma yakwa ho san no na yentie nsama Ghana mampani John Dramani Mahama etimi ade tu eja.
Know very well that health value chains mean factories, laboratories, and dignified work for our young people, sewn together by the African Continental Free Trade Area. Sovereignty in health, it turns out, is also an industrial policy, a structural transformational agent, and a liberation strategy. 25 years ago in Abuja, we promised to devote 15% of our national budgets to health. That promise is now old enough to have children of its own. So the pledges we make this afternoon must be physical, not lyrical. Through the African Leadership Meeting commitments and the Program for Financing and Investing in African Health, through debt for health arrangements, solidarity instruments, and protected budget lines that survive electoral cycles, let each of us bring the Ministry of Finance to the health table and keep it seated right at that table. Prevention repays us ninefold. Show me a better bond in the economy market than prevention. Excellencies, this afternoon, we shall deliberate amongst ourselves on local manufacturing, financing, and governance and leadership. Our member states will pledge, and we shall adopt the Accra Declaration. As your host and your brother, I make one request of all of us. Let us not adopt another eloquent text. Let us seal our pacts with our words of honor. The declaration establishes a continental monitoring, reporting, and accountability framework, which we hope to align with Accra Research Framework. We commit to an annual scorecard to be regularly brought to this very assembly for peer review amongst us. And I ask that we embrace that scorecard as the mark of a union that has grown confident enough to grade itself. We are no longer under colonial adult supervision. Our elders in Ghana say, Tekro enko ejina. It means one head does not hold counsel with itself. And that is why the founders gave us an assembly, and why you have honored Ghana by bringing this council to Accra. Many of the people we serve will not get to read our declaration, but they must feel it. They must feel it in stock shelves. They must feel it in efficient clinics, in running taps, in punctual diagnosis. They must feel it in mother and child poses for cameras with a smile and pride welling in their chest.
Mibo Ewramu Ewansemfu from Kopiemu, our Director of Diaspora Affairs, our Mampeni Ejumayabia, Kofi Ochredakun, Adudona Fani se KOD. Akase, Ghana Adwinini and Ijidia Juma wa Mwadin Kasia, Ebetumi Ama Oman Ghana Enya Sikapi. Okase, Ghana wa Onyomtofo, Sineyifo, Intadia Yafo, Infoni Chafo, in Samyafune de Guitar Creators up. One ejuma atitin ewo wiase nyina nanso wo mu bebre ehu sika ho hawo ejuma ye bia kakra bi copyright bambo a enimu den ne private sector mo a ewo hu esa kewodi ka se amount to Nigeria, South Korea, United States anyone adwin ejuma no abasika bebre ama oman no emu o se aban ni sika krobia no nyumakuo nkran se one for sika ense adwinini ejuma emu efise eno bema mmebuno enya ejuma ama tourism enya nkoso na magana fo amamre asran ewo wiase nyina osanso eka biose ehun yense wo bo ejuma for copyright ehun ban na wodi mfidie fufuro ne digital technology bua ema woni wiase nyina etumi esi akan na yentie nsema KOD etimi ede tu eja.
You might see creators, investors, entrepreneurs, policymakers, technology leaders, and of course, development partners. That in itself says something very important. The creative economy has reached a stage where it cannot be discussed by creatives alone. It now requires the attention of business, government, and of course, investment institutions. And I think that is exactly where Ghana ought to be. For many years, conversations about the creative sector have centered on talent and the way forward. We have spent a great deal of time proving that Ghanaians are very creative people. And I totally agree. Come on, if you're Ghanaian, make some noise. And it's not just Ghanaians, but Africans are generally very creative. We have spent a great deal of time proving that Ghanaians are very creative, and there's no other words to prove otherwise. Frankly, I don't think that argument needs to be made anymore. The evidence already exists, and it's with us. The more useful conversation now is how we turn creativity into an organized economic sector to project the orange economy. That is a different discussion altogether. It takes us beyond awards and recognition. It moves us into investment, intellectual property, financing that's very essential, especially in the African space, technology, exports, and job creation. It's asked whether our creative businesses are being built to last, whether they can attract capital, and where they can compete beyond our borders.
Yet also a one some money a quacopiamu, our national security, a was santimantamu. At your Barimabia, what friend say you see Ibrahim. Now was you say, Sabarima Aya Galamse, our agenda 111, Ayaresabia, was see our dance Asukano at home. In Pennyfoka said, Galamsea, Wayano Ebane, or my etumano, Tisaya Resabiano Hono Yadia, Ehupa. The bet me the Sanka here to me at the above. And no say, a science and see I will hop. Afi a good a wood draw at the good in Sua and also at the for hop. Afin so, a bet to me ama Daya was no, and a quiet wood one so at me as she has seen. And on the national security case, such ray can one aqua walking a dear tia. Galam say I was santimantamun a home. Was Sanso Case, a banobo Tayane said, Wababo in Suo. Quiet and after man you man na and by every galam say in say e ho na yenti ensema national security etimi edituja e wa santimantem.
So some few weeks ago we know how it was heavily degraded by illegal miners, those who you are claiming we are treating them with kids gloves or whatever. As you can attest with me, whilst we are here, we've just picked some of the workers or some of the boys who are still around trying to work on the land to the RCC, and heavily degraded some few weeks ago, and now given a second chance. So that is part of the fight for getting our lands back, and I can assure you we are going to take them on, especially the illegal miners who did that wrong in this place. We are all worried as Ghanaians as to what is happening, and as I'm saying, we are here with the committee, and I've also said that we are investigating everything that is going on that seriously is disturbing our communities. As we are standing there, you know it's very close to the Agenda 111. And when we came here, we still see, as the reclamation is going on, we've still seen some boys around. It means if we are not careful, in the next few days or weeks, you realize they are on the premises of the Agenda 111 itself. So we will have to wake up and fight. So some few weeks ago, we know how.
Ye piemu our national service personnel for Mika say omu etiemu de dindin edia fasika bia abanu etumi ati womu eye sister Ghana sidia yati atwaso bosumi miensa no ehom na sama ne boyi amankomo etumi ayatin ewo mani mu ninya no service fo bebre eka se we hunu chiochiremu bia edoso na woni anim komo ansa na wo ti sika no na sika eba won chan no eye 715 Ghana cedis enu no ani bosumi bia sika abanu edema wo mo na besi ni sana sika ketua we ye besa so ati sister series e dia free ma bosumi miensa nie ye tumi ati wo mo enu no mu kiro mu se that capacity building program no botaya ne se omo be man national service fo anyanim dia ne ahokeka foforo ababua wonbra wawie won esom ema oman no na ekane amate se adwuma ye honim de eye mpanyifo asu sika ho nseseye computer ne digital nim de kasapa ne okwan a obefa so enya adwuma enu na okase saniema ye wo musa eboa de nanso na twa so mo no mo trase enu mo ko sanseseye no na ne omo hu ya ne se ye ti wo musika ti abram betena ho aye hwe han ema we atumi akoso ni sentino omo shaban no se sika no mate no omo sanso mfa omo ade ema won na ye ntie nsema omo kan ye
So that is what we are advocating for. That since we weren't consulted, there is no way that we are supporting this thing. And this is not, I'm not even doing it for myself. We are not doing it for ourselves. We are doing it for the national service personnel out there who heavily depends on this 715 and is facing critical deductions, whereas the person wasn't even consulted. That's what we stand for.
For how many months have you been deducted?
All right, so the initiative actually is such that they will deduct for 3 good months. So the first month they will deduct 60 cedis, the second month they will deduct 60 cedis, and in the third month too they will deduct 60 cedis, making 180 cedis in all. So per the program and their agreement and whatever they are saying, they are charging each personnel 180 Ghana cedis, and that's so uncalled.
Afi ya ko nkoso ne nnwuma abano eye no esoa na ye ko akakopiemu awa Brekuma West Municipal Chief Executive George Papo Alote and akase gbegbe sie ani siabusi defense project no ekoso eye na adwuma no fiti ase no efanu mu eduokunu enum percent eye 95% watimi awie dada o se bibia da ekoye na obewie adwuma no mfie bienu a ene fa edi animu ene no si mfie pinie na po atumi asa fie akwan nwumaya bia ne niam pi e wo sampatem ho bebia da epo no ebeboden no ema ni papi ahwe won ajapade na ebinum impo etufri won efie mu ni santi epo anu bambo adwuma no ehu hia pa wo hwe kwan se obewie adwuma no na fi etumi abo mpatem ho fo ho ban efri nsuyiri ni mpoano a esen no ehum eno no se eniema oya no ebeboa akwan su akwantuo adwuma ye apata adwuma ye ni nkoso a ebeba saa mantamu eho eno nti no mpatamofo nso ada wone negidie adi efa saa adwuma no so betumi awie na ma setena atumi ayeye adi ama wono enti wo hwebio sep no ebetumi akoso wei ene nsema eye George Papo Alote gwesi etumi